The diversity of gender concepts around the world allow for more than genders beyond the binary. Many cultures also recognize the possibility of gender fluidity, that is, the fluctuation or shift of gender identity throughout the life course. While in some societies and contexts alternative genders are welcomed and celebrated, others may face discrimination, stigma, and violence, and the presence of alternative genders may not necessarily indicate cultural flexibility regarding gender roles. Throughout the Balkans, sworn virgins were women who assumed a male identity if their father died and there was no living male heir to inherit family property, or if they wanted to escape an arranged marriage. Known as Burushe, which literally means man, Bure, followed by the feminine ending Eshe, and using male pronouns, they were expected to live a life of celibacy.
My childhood had many sufferings because my father died when my mother was still pregnant with me. When I was 1 year old, my mother left me and I grew up with my uncle and father's mother.
She was their sole provider. If she married, she'd have to live with her husband and abandon her uncle and grandmother. Then, her uncle got sick and was sent to a hospital miles away.
As a woman, I had no possibility to drive. I needed to walk, to travel a lot, to dress with trousers, and not to be seen as a woman.
By age 35, unmarried and alone, Pashka had tired of her hard life as a woman. She opted to become a sworn virgin. For Pashka, it was a choice about gender, not sex. Lesbianism in rural Albania is an unknown concept. Their culture recognizes only traditional male-female relations. Pashka says she has no regrets about not having children, nor does she feel she's missed intimacy with a man.
To no young girls, I would recommend what I have done. Because now life is more open. The society is more civilized. Schools, better education. There are many choices. But in case they want to take the decision as I took it, I would recommend 100 times to think about it. Because once you make it, you should stick to it.
A small percentage of individuals in a remote village in the Dominican Republic are born, recognized, and raised as girls. But during puberty, their bodies undergo changes such that their biological sex appears to change to that of a boy. They are known as macho hembres, or first women then men, or more bluntly, hueva doce, penis at 12. While otherwise biologically male, these individuals have an enzymatic makeup which lowers the level of male sex hormones needed to develop external sex organs, leading them to appear biologically female throughout infancy and early childhood. The increase in testosterone that comes with puberty belatedly provides those hormones. With these external physical changes, some experience a similar shift in their gender identity and live the rest of their lives as men. Others retain their female gender identity. Whether or not individuals change their gender identity, the labor, tasks, and behaviors associated with or expected of a certain gender may change within a culture over time. This may be the result of conscious resistance to gender norms or due to a more large-scale, slow-moving shifts. In Spain, women bullfighters have always been a rare sight. From the 1930s to the mid-1970s, they were even outlawed as the matador became an icon for Spanish masculinity. Today, as ideas of gender and tradition shift and bullfighting must find ways to appeal to a globalized consumer audience, women are increasingly seen in the ring.
On the sands of the ring, 17-year-old Alba Navarro is being coached as Conchi's apprentice. Alba discovered bullfighting through friends and began taking bullfighting classes. Alba will need years of training before she can fight and kill as a paid professional. But today there is no blood flowing in the Plaza del Toros, only lots of testosterone. As the only professional in the arena, Conchi confronts the beginners about the industry's sexism.
Some bullfighters refuse to fight alongside me. But Alba is still training. You become a threat when you reach a higher level. If there are 3 of us and a friend of yours wins, you celebrate. But if I win, you'll resent me. Why?
Yeah.
Because your opinions are still a bit...
But we're both facing a bull.
Exactly, but you make more mistakes.
Sure.
You've got a lot of ego and pride. So a new girl arrives, and she does too. She won't have a chance.
Okay, I get your point.
That's that. That's it, spin. That's it, spin, spin. Good. Spin.
As women gain access to previously male realms, in many industrialized cultures around the world, men are taking on childcare duties previously reserved for females.
My level of patience has dramatically increased after 6 years of being a stay-at-home parent. The amount of times that you are interrupted mid-sentence. I can go get him. I have a feeling he pooped his pants. My name is Christopher Hughes. I have 2 children, and I've been a stay-at-home dad for 6 years.
I've been a stay-at-home dad for 13 years.
And I've been a stay-at-home dad for approximately 8 years.
I officially became a stay-at-home dad about 3.5 years ago.
On the very first day, a lot of parents were very skeptical. What is this guy doing here? Imagination goes wild. They thought I'm like some kind of weirdo coming into this industry, trying to be a predator to the kids. The following day, I heard from my principal, half the class wanted to withdraw. It's because I'm a guy. And I felt that I had to work extra hard to prove what I can give to the children under my care.
If you have a new friend who come into your class, how would you say welcome to them?
Usually come over to distress. It's very therapeutic, feeding the young ones. 不要叫，有多一个儿子，整班都是我儿子。
Just draw a picture of me.
förra somras så kom det liksom jättemånga barn och liksom bara sa till mig, är du kille eller tjej, är du kille eller tjej? Svarade liksom ingenting. Sen så svarade jag att jag var båda.
Some cultures seek to encourage and protect gender fluidity by moving beyond ascribed gender. The idea here is, by consciously avoiding the teaching and enforcing of gender norms, all growing children will be free to choose the gender identity that suits them best. Gender neutrality can be enacted through language, clothing, provided activities, and more.
Sweden is the most forward-thinking country in the world when it comes to questioning gender. The gender-neutral pronoun hen is now commonly used by most Swedes, and government-funded gender-neutral kindergartens often spark controversy in the foreign press. With recent victories for the trans rights movement and more young people defining something other than male and female than ever before, the Swedish government school plan forbids enforcing gender stereotypes and has done since 1998.
Förskolan ska motverka traditionella könsmönster och könsroller. Flickor och pojkar ska i förskolan ha samma möjligheter att pröva och utveckla förmågor och intressen utan begränsningar utifrån stereotypa könsroller. Så där står det klart och tydligt att vi måste arbeta för att motverka stereotypa könsroller.
Sleeping Beauty says no.
Ja.
Lesbian mums.
When it comes to gender creative teaching, the most influential person in Sweden is Lotta Ryelin, who started the country's first gender-neutral kindergartens.
So welcome into Egalia.
Thank you. How would you describe Egalia?
It's all about democracy. For all children to have their right to be what they are, what they feel like they are, regardless of gender, class, sexuality. It's about anti-discrimination. And I'm going to show you what we call the whole life spectra.
Okay.
We tend to divide this life spectra into two pieces, one for boys and one for girls. More often, pink is for girls and blue is for boys. When we call a boy cool and strong, and to girls we more often say that they should be helpful, nice, cute, and we have different expectations. We take away this border and we don't separate it in boyish and girlish. We give the whole life spectra to everyone. So we are not limiting, we are just adding. We are not changing the children, we are changing our own thoughts.
Questions of gender and sexuality have become politically central and controversial, triggering strong emotions on all sides. How do you understand these recent shifts in the United States and around the world? Why are they happening now, and why are they so contested by some? What do these changing ideas about sex and gender say about the broader, global, and local cultures in which they are occurring? Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you'd like to learn more about anthropology's take on sex and gender, check out the resources below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get your regular dose of anthrodorphins.